Hey, this is me, John Lemon 476. I am doing my review on Superman 4. The adventures continue. Why why Superman 4 is considered one of the worst of the Christopher Reeve franchise, but Superman 3, people some people criticize Superman 3. Oh, it's bad. And the Superman 3 made money in the box office. It did well in the home windows. Though Superman 3 is not the flop that everyone claiming and everyone say it is. Cause Superman 3 made money, unlike Superman 4. Superman 3 is a well made story. Bite the comedy, but I don't have no problem with the comedy. Superman 1 had the same comedy if you watch the 3 hour version of Superman. Now coming out on DVD and not DVD, Blu-ray. This Superman 3, when Christopher Reeve said, I will not do Superman 4. And that was a lie. He did Superman 4. And I like to also do my review that Margot Killer Chet passed away. I found out that on the internet. I mean, now on the main, now on cable, cause they talk about more about Trump this, Trump that, Trump bad, and Trump, Thummy Daniels, Russia. They more focus on Donald Trump than the real issues facing America. And Margaret Keller was 69 when she passed away. Well, I did a review before she passed away, but I did say this is also a tribute to Margaret Keller passing. Okay, let's get started with Superman 4. Superman 4 started out after the success of Superman 3, but even Superman 3 was a success, but in a way, the quality of the Superman declined after Supergirl. Supergirl was it's supposed to be a spin-off. It's supposed to be a spin-off of the Christopher Reeve Superman. Supergirl was a bomb. And the sidecans sold it to Canon Films. Canon Films, at the time, they were making movies where it wasn't that good. Some of them was good, like Over the Top, Best Alone, The Masters of Your Buzz, but majority are flop. Canon Film is just like Orion Pictures. They did pretty good in the 80s and they fell in the 90s. And this also happened to Superman 4. Okay. Christopher Reeve said he will no longer do no other Superman film. The order to get Christopher Reeve alone, Canon gave Christopher Reeve also a creative writing job along with Superman 4, and also gave him the directing unit part of Superman 4. But in order to make the deal complete, Christopher Reeve that during time Christopher Reeve had his own pet project named Street Sports. And in order to get Chris along to do Superman 4, he did Street Sports. And Street Sports did pretty good. Even so, it fell in the box office, but people still love street sports. People still love street sports. But I am talking about Superman 4. Superman 4 is both a bomb and clearly a bomb. It considered one of the worst of the Christopher Reeve franchise. Christopher Reeve made Superman 4 to actually revive Superman from the comedy in Superman 3 to the awesome Superman. And it felt horrible. But, I actually watched Superman 4, and it's not that bad than what a lot of people say. Is Superman 4 bad than number 3? The answer is yes. Even so, number 3 had a good storyline, despite all the comedy in it. It did pretty good in the box office. It made money in the home box office and a billion winners. And Superman 3 is more a sad story than Superman 4 and Superman Returns. But let me get down to what went wrong with Superman 4. The order to get the cast back, Christopher Reeve convinced to get the cast back. Margot Keller prize her role as Lois Lane, and all the cast is back. Pretty much, Lois Lane had a bigger role. Unlike in Superman 3, her role was limited. She only did 5 minutes. In this movie, she had a bigger role. But in this film, it got a love interest named her name Lucy Warfield, played by Mel Emmerway. And it probably be the love interest of Clark Kent. While Lewis, and I also said it too, in Superman 2, when Superman got beat up, and Lewis, when Lewis said, when Clark said, I think Lewis said, you're not the man I fall in love with me. That means Lewis do not love Clark Kent. She loves Superman. Clark Kent without the power. Clark Kent is the weaker version of Superman. Superman, what he did, in the day, Superman, what he got to do. But the real person is Clark Kent. The true person is Clark Kent. And puts on this film. In this film, Ian Lewis do not love Clark that much. She loved Clark as a brother role. But you should watch Lewis and Clark, cause in that version of the TV film, that Terry Hatcher loved Clark. She actually married Clark. But we talking about the Richard Donner version of Superman. It's like the Richard Donner version. And on with Lenny Luthor, played by John Cryer. In this film, they said he's known that he was alright. It was alright. And Jeremy was played by Jamie Lehorn. Jamie Lehorn. And he on the deleted scenes of Superman 4, he character have more in it. In this film, he character was left out after the UN building. But you should watch the deleted scene where Superman told Jeremy that he can't get rid of the nuclear weapons, that it not he praised the goodwill and Jeremy understand. And what Superman said, what do you see? And he said, no borders. That means that he see one world without no borders. Okay. I come down to it. There also a subpart, that they supposed to take over that the Warfields supposed to take over the Day Panic. And I also like the subpart. It's alright. Some people didn't like it, but it's okay. And then we'll talk about Taylors back in the 80s. How like Fox News is Taylors and stuff like that. It was okay. But the film, the film that Superman was going to, they had Superman throw all the weapons. They had Superman throw the weapons up into the sun. So Superman said in UN speech that he was going to get with all the nuclear weapons. And the war was clapping and they was happy about that. When Superman gave up the nuclear weapons, they was not that mad though. And they allowed Superman to give away all the weapons. So only person was not happy, Let Luthor and the nuclear arm dealers were not that happy about it. So they Let Luthor come up with a plan. He took in the deleted scene there was another nuclear man. So he took the DNA from another nuclear man and he put clothes and he put what that thing probably a putty or I don't know. And then he put it inside the computer. And Superman and Net Luthor put it inside the warhead. And once when he put inside the warhead, Superman so into the sun came out Nuclear Man. Nuclear Man number 2. I actually like Nuclear Man number 2 better than Nuclear Man number 1. Because Nuclear Man number 1, he was funny and it was funny and corny, stuff like that. And also this too. Nuclear Man gets speed in space, but he had one weakness is that he cannot be without the sun or he'll fall down. This Nuclear Man had lead press on nails. He bitch scratched Superman. That's what they said. That he have a mullet. He looked just like Dolph Lundgren, and they call him they call him like he looked like a Chippendale dancer. And this is part 1 of my 2-part reboot on Superman 4, and I'm making it 2-part because Superman 4, what goes in Superman 4 is interest. How Superman 4 attempt to be a good movie, and it fell every step of the way. They trying to be so much like Richard Dahmer, and they get that they get 1, 2 is good because they have a good story, and you just and Superman 4 just copy paste 1 and 2, where Superman 3 tries something different. People criticize number 3, and the criticism is not. When people hate, some people don't like number 3 called the comedy. The comedy ain't that bad, and people just hate the film called Richard Pryor in the film, and some of it got to do with racial issues. I also believe too that Superman should not court in their point of view that Superman should not be funny. And Superman 3 should not be funny, but people criticize. And I ain't worried about the people criticism of Superman 3. This is about Superman 4. And what went wrong with Superman 4. Superman 3 is a good movie. It's not a bad movie. I will watch Superman 1, 2, and 3 because they were better made sequels. Superman 2 and Superman 3 were better made sequels of Superman 1. Superman 4 is not because they try to be more like Richard Dahmer and they failed in it. Well, this is my first reboot. Bye.